Hey guys, I'd like to start off the practice just like I hope to start off every video, letting you know how much I appreciate you going the distance with me. It's a late night, so I've got a block, I've got a yoga strap. If you don't have a block, you can use a pillow or anything that you've found that gives you support. And we're going to be just on the mat or on the floor tonight. This is very, very gentle and working just flexibility and relaxation. So using a strap also, or a belt from your wardrobe or your robe, or a towel that's rolled up into something to help you stretch. So tonight's all about releasing tension. I don't know about you, but with some of the workouts and just a change in lifestyle, my legs are a little sore. So I'd like to try to work some of that out. Thanks for joining me. Some of this tea, this herbal tea, caffeine-free tea, actually kind of went down the wrong pipe a little bit ago, so don't worry. Just have a little bit of that going on. So we're actually going to lay down on our back, and we're going to start by bringing the knees into the chest and just relaxing the upper body. You can interlace your hands, or you can just lay one over top of the other, but squeeze the knees into your chest. Keep your feet together. And let's just start connecting to the breath here. Inhale. And feel that expansion of the ribs as they press into the thighs. Exhale. Ujjayi breath is when we inhale through the nose. And once we reach the top, we exhale through the nose, making a sound by constricting the throat. Practice a few of those. On each inhale, let's try to squeeze the knees into the chest. And let that low back stay on the ground, and exhale. Inhale, feel the ribs press to the thighs. Draw the thighs back and exhale. Nice job. We're going to go ahead and take our feet to the floor and take the feet the width of your mat. Keeping your belly button pulled in, we'll take that left knee and let it fall down toward the floor, and then the right knee is going to follow. So you're going to kind of have that right knee coming down toward the floor, but also it's going to rest near the bottom of the left foot. You still want to keep your back plugged into the mat. So we're going to stay here for 5 breaths, and I just want you to allow yourself to notice the expansion, the stretch of the torso and the rib cage from the inside out when you fully breathe in. Feel that right knee come closer to the floor on your exhalation. Walk your foot around on the floor, that right foot as needed. Maybe that left hand comes to the outside of the right leg and pushes it down a little. Still keeping that right side of your back plugged into the mat.
Notice all those feels. What's happening in the low back? What's happening in the quadricep, and how can you make that muscle lengthen and release? On our next exhalation, let's come back to flat feet very slowly. And inhale. Blink your eyes a few times and notice what you see with your eyes closed. Exhale, left knee comes down toward the bottom of the right foot as the right knee. I said that completely backwards. The right knee is going to fall down to the right, and the left is going to come down towards the bottom of the right foot. Okay, I might not have said it backwards. And just take that foot, walk it around as needed. Oh, you don't want to stretch, you don't want to cramp your hamstrings. You don't want to pull the heel back right now, too close to the glute. Talking to myself there. So, take that as long as you need to. And just let those legs come down. Little bit of a twist, because that low back, just a tiny bit of it might come off the mat. But basically you want most of the back on the mat. And then let's come back to center and come down one more time to the other side. Both knees go to the same side. We're going to take those 5 breaths. Close your eyes, let the knee drop. If you need to put a block under the left knee at any point, you can take that block and let that left knee rest on it. And then we'll come back to flat feet. And we'll go through that again with fewer breaths. And I'm going to change my position so you can kind of see what I mean with the use of the block. So we'll start with mat hip width. We'll allow the left knee to come down toward the left. Now, if this is where you need a block, you can use a block. You can use a block here, here, or here. And then that right knee is going to come down also. So you may be walking your foot around a little further away from the mat. And then we want to take that right knee down toward that floor. Left knee also, the outside of that left leg releases onto the floor. So maybe you need your block here. Or down here. Or maybe you'd like to go without the block at all. We just want to stretch a lengthening of this right quadricep. And let's take it back the other way. And this is where my hamstring's pretty tight on the left side, so I'm getting a little bit of a cramp. I'll have to make some adjustments. I want to make sure I'm not bringing my shoulders up towards my ears. And exhale to center. Now I'm going to inhale and center. And exhale, drop them both to the left. Inhale, center. These are deep, full breaths. Fully inhale, fully exhale. That's what makes the movement slow. And then I'll exhale. Let's do one more each direction. Inhale, center, flat feet. What do you see when you close your eyes? And bring the knees back to the chest. And release any tension from the low back. Let's tap the toes down and press ourselves up to seated. I'm going to go a little bit in an angle here. With the stomach muscles pulled in, let's stack the crown of the head on to the tailbone. And I'm going to move this dumbbell out of the way, I hope, for you. That did it. Oh, someday I hope to have the skills to cut these things out. You can take your strap to the bottom of your feet. And this, even if you can totally touch your toes, I have really tight hamstrings right now, but even if you can pull that belly in and get the crown lifted and get the rib cage onto the thighs, and even if you can touch your fingertips around, the strap isn't going to take anything away. So feel free to use the strap in a restorative practice especially. And we're just going to press the ribs forward because we're not concerned with getting our nose to our legs. We're concerned with first things first. So we want the bottom part of the rib cage to lay down on the thighs. Then the middle part of the rib cage meets the middle part of the thighs. Then the chest meets this top part of the thighs, and we're still pushing the crown of the head forward. I've still got shoulder blades engaged the whole time. And we're going to hold this pose for about 5 breaths. Nice job. Walk your hands up. We're going to go back to our backs now. If you'll take the strap around the bottom of your right foot. Pretty simple, pretty standard. We're going to keep the right knee bent at first and the right foot flat on the floor. And we'll take a hold of the strap wherever it serves you. Flex the foot. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring the thigh back toward the ribs. There can be a little bit of a bend in the knee. You don't need the knee locked out to have a straight leg, so you don't need to engage the kneecap and pull it up toward your hip. That's locked out. So this would be bent knee. This is straight leg still. And then a totally locked knee means you're engaging the kneecap. Might be compromising yourself a little bit. Let's focus on lengthening this muscle back here as opposed to how straight we can get the leg and what it looks like. Let's keep it soft, okay? And if you want to deepen the stretch, you can just extend the right leg. And then you'll bend that right knee. You can extend on your exhale. And we'll let the leg come out to the side. We still want to keep the right side plugged into the mat. So hold on to the strap wherever you need to hold on to it. Make adjustments as needed. Keep the back of the right hip plugged into the mat. Inhale. We're going to exhale to center. We'll palindrome that. So 3 breaths with the right leg out to the right. I'm going to turn and face the screen a little better where it can show. So we'll start out to the side. See if my leg's going to make it into the frame. Nice. Wherever that feels right to you. You can even have that knee bent, especially to start. Try not to let the left knee open too much. Keep the foot engaged if you're going to keep your foot on the floor. But notice that the left side of my body is plugged into the mat. Really feeling that left side stretch, and then I'm just going to draw it right up. Now we're going to stay here 5 breaths. Remember, you bring your thigh to the ribs. Slow the breath. Soften the breath. Bend the knee. Nice job. Let's take the left leg. We're going to bend both knees. We're going to bring the left calf to the outside or to the top of the right thigh. You'll stick your hand through that little figure 4 and then around the back of the right thigh. So here you can also use a strap either doubled up or single. It's up to you. So the idea here is that we want to stretch the outsides of the hips, okay? So right here, you're going to start by bringing that right knee toward the body, pushing the leg, and then the left knee pushes away. So you can use whatever means you want. You can even go to the outside of this shin, but just push this left knee away. And at the same time, draw the right knee towards you. Give yourself that counter resistance. You might even be able to lay your shin down on your chest. We're going to take 3 really deep, slow breaths. Exhale, bringing right foot to the floor. And we're going to brace our hands into the floor, and we're going to let that left knee fall down Opening up that low part of the back, the right side, let it come down. Let it come just to a block if it bothers you to go all the way to the floor. And then left foot, try to make it touch the floor. Just going back and forth. Let's inhale, center, exhale, left knee to the floor to a block. Inhale, center. Exhale the other way. We're gonna hold here. So if it serves you, you can draw that left heel up closer to the chest and maybe bring the right hand around and twist yourself a little bit. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Soften the breath and release. So let's go to the other side with that. I think I'll show this side without the strap. So we'll cross right over left thigh. And draw that right calf back toward the chest. Maybe even coming around. It's all about the outside of that right hip. Oh, that's I really needed that one tonight. Really pushing back the left side and the right knee away to get that counter stretch. Every time you exhale, try to release all tension. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Bringing that foot all the way to the floor if you can. If you can't, you can stack blocks. Maybe a block for the knee. Maybe a block for that other side. Couple more. I'm just going to keep turning so you can kind of see it a little better in case you couldn't. Keep your bandhas engaged here. Really let the hips loosen up. They deserve it. And then that side body. And back to center. Release. So I know I definitely found some relief in my hips from that short practice. I hope it helps you out and keeps you moving. We'll do some chest openers, heart openers, stuff to stretch out the shoulders another time. Take time for yourself. Take time for some meditation. Divine light in me recognizes, respects, and honors the divine light in each of you, and I wish you a very good night's sleep. Namaste.